What up, everyone, or guru? How you doing, brother? Welcome to Simulation Talk 231. We are finally here. Today is another day in which we exist, which is wonderful. This is a surprise one. I didn't let anyone know that I'm going in. What's up, Eric? What's up, Matt? We just did our monthly Zoom call with members, which was lovely. Where's my thing? I just had my thing. You know how you have your thing and then you don't have your thing? Where's your thing? Found my thing. Woohoo! August. My Brighton. How you doing, brother? Good to see that people make it. Cloud Misty, Gringies, Fraction Point, Millie, Matt. Okay. Ayad. That's a cool name. Where's my thing is the best. We all experience that, you know? Where's my thing? Here's my thing. Where's my thing? Here's my thing. Now I'm drinking my thing. What's up, Yoni? Hello. Jessica! Well, awesome. I'm sorry you missed the Zoom meeting, but there'll be others. You know why it is? I think it's because I'm uploading stuff. You know what? Maybe we can. Is it really bad? Is the quality really bad on YouTube? Hold on. Let me see. Let me check something. Checking something now. Let me see. Wait. I'm checking something.
The questions and answers. Computers.
Okay, that's there. Let me see the info. Can't really know. Let me see. All right, well, we're not going to mince any more time here. I guess we'll find out later. Let's see if it gives us the same options. Oh, it is that. Okay. Okay, well, I think it's correct. Okay, we'll just flow with it. Okay, good. You'll jump back on hopefully soon. Artemisia. Love the name. What was the question? I was just trying to see if there's anything I can fix with the quality of the video. I think it's because it's uploading conversation to to Dropbox. I think that's why it's going very low quality, but hopefully it will fix itself. You know what? I'll just pause the upload. I'll let it finish uploading this one video, and then I'll pause the rest of them. 1001 and Melvin. Okay, well, I'll pause it right after this one. Unless it fixes itself and you let me know. Stop, Ebony. I haven't seen you in a while. No, I know. I just want to make sure that it's not too bad, because what happens is it will also record it in this quality maybe, and then it's going to stay that way, and that would suck. We don't want that. Welcome everybody to Simulation Talk 231. Nico, how are you, brother? Glad you made it also to the Zoom call for a moment. Any thoughts on Terence McKenna saying the breakthrough is the other side? The breakthrough is the other side. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm familiar with most Terence quotes. The plan hanger looks like a question mark over your head. It's always a question mark over my head. It's where I live. That's very funny. It's one organism's cosmos sorts. We are tied to. Oh, I'm glad. What's up, Ekaterina? I would agree that own organism cosmos sounds pretty lovely. Grok chat in conspiracy mode is wild. Oh, this is amazing. The fact that this is an option is great. Good to see everybody. What's up, Brighton, Jessica, Ebony, Guru? Hope you guys are doing well. Still blurry, huh? Yeah, I can see that it's showing that it's very low quality. Chris is in the house. You guys are troopers. Showing up for basically everything. That's amazing. I just wait for something. Just wait for what? Just wait for what? Do 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 do. Is that the song? No. That's the big one. Yeah, that's the majority of it. Well, you guys tell me. If it still stays really bad, I'll just cancel it, because there's no point of having the chat in a really bad quality. Let's see what we can get into today. Yesterday we also had a fun members live. By the way, if you have the possibility and you want to follow from Twitch, please go to LaserX83 on Twitch and give the live a follow from there. It helps Twitch, because we're trying to grow Twitch channel, and currently it's barely existing. So go give it a like. Go give it a like. Go give it a follow, and follow our live from there, so we can finally start showing. Maybe I'll even start like a quick game tonight. Maybe Ebony would want to show me the ropes. Woohoo! We had 4 viewers last time. Good. Yeah, like I always mentioned, we need to get to an average of 3 listeners alive, just to get that next whatever it is, so the chats can stay in the after the live, so it will stay there so people can actually see them. So if you are on Twitch, go check it out. Dango. Laser X83. There you go. There we go. Inky 1989. Is that Chris, or who is that? I always forget. Come game with us. Again, I'm gonna play games that are like so outdated. I want to play StarCraft. Is that like, am I dating myself? Like, this is so old. Come on, man. Enshrouded. Okay. So you'll show me the ropes of how to play that game. I'll do the basics today. Uh, for like a few minutes though. I can't because I have to spend some time with the fam today. I basically spend none of the time of this beautiful um, Memorial Day just because we have a full week, and that was the only day that I could do all the stuff, including our Zoom calls. So um, maybe I can do a few minutes today. 8K on TikTok, boom. Beginning have search for, and it's right there. Jeremiah is saying, yeah, with a little substance, and it deteriorates the wall. Exactly. It's always happening. We are experiencing it just in different geometry. That place is more real because it lasts longer than this reality ever will for us. True. Don't don't old castles have windows shaped like crosses too? Yep. Have you heard of Terence McKenna talk about quantum? Um I mean, there's a lot of Terence McKenna out there. What specifically are we referring to? Perfect. Enshrouded. Whoa, what? Boom. Oh yeah, that looks dope. The game looks absolutely mesmerizing. Wow, man. I feel 19 watching, one like. Smash for reminder, everyone. Yes. 40. Oh, 19 is all it shows you. I guess we have a bunch of people from X as well. By the way, on X, if somebody's on X and watching and willing to comment, how's the quality on X? Is it okay? Or the quality on X is also pretty terrible? What's my opinion on aliens? Love them. What's your opinion on aliens? The one where he said he could be quantum mechanically entangled with aliens. I never actually heard that one. You want to share that clip with me? That's interesting. No, I never astral projected. The Twitch is LaserX83. Thank you for asking. LaserX83. And the YouTube is Dango Thoughts. DANGO Thoughts. But all of it is also in the link tree right up here. Wait, what is happening? Live. Okay. Cool. Switched from TikTok. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Video slightly blurry is okay, and you are not sharing screenshots or video yet. Oh, I'm not trying to share. I'm saying I'm uploading stuff to Dropbox. Actually, our conversation today with Melvin Bobson, a wonderful physicist and a good friend. What's up, Tom? And we spoke about his new, me, Aaron, and him. We spoke about his new paper and about his take on the simulation hypothesis and his theories around it. It was fun. We're going to use some of this for the film. Also, Nico, are you listening to this? Okay, check this out. This is kind of crazy. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it's not really that surprising. But because considering the title of the paper, but the paper that you helped me write is not only the number one paper, number one downloaded paper in IPI, but by far the number one downloaded paper. So like usually it's about 20 to 60 downloads per paper on IPI. Our paper was downloaded, I think 1,200 times, he said. It's crazy. It's the most viewed paper ever. Which again is kind of cheating because we said, molecule and the lasers. I mean, clearly people are going to click on it and go, yo, what is that? Nine? What does nine mean? You guys are giving numbers. I don't know what they mean though. Oh, number of people watching. Well, we have a bunch on X as well, I guess. I know. Laser molecule takes the day. Boom, boom. CIA and FBI entered the chat. Basically, one of the it's real. Every time I laugh now, I think about it, and it, it makes me laugh even more. Somebody left a comment on one of my lives. They were complaining about me getting my YouTube notoriety and fame to, because of the laser experiment, and then complaining that they were very regretting very much subbing because I'm barely making videos about it, and I'm just making lives. And then the person was complaining about like how everybody just doing lives, which requires no work. But the funny thing is that they said it's just some random comments and talks uh, with something with a weird laughter, with the host just weirdly laughs. Why was their complaint including my laughter? I don't know. So every time I laugh, I'm like, I think about this comment. I'm like, well, this is, I guess it's just this channel of me weirdly laughing. It's a fascinating topic worthy of studying nonetheless. Which specific thing, Jeremiah? What's up, Matthew? I know. It's such a weird comment. Yeah. Well, I guess yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. Like if we join to just listen to me talk about that, I mean there's only so much you can say about the laser without it advancing to like a next level. I don't want to go in circles. What's up, Marilex? The laser perception. Oh no, absolutely. I mean, this is without a doubt this is gonna be open very interesting avenues very soon. Science. And just a matter of time before we start investigating this whole new layer that some people think is just a speckle, which is hilarious. Whoa. I wish they would invent, these, the one that cover the keyboard. I don't understand why they can't make any version of this which doesn't create this weird, like, kind of like you don't have the same feel of the keyboard, It just goes slower because it requires more strength to press on it. I wish if anybody has a good suggestion for these that is also feels really natural like a keyboard, I would love to hear about it. One day the laser will be gateway to key another world. One day. Trojan is working on it? Okay, I'm excited. Well, tell him to hurry up. What's up, Enigmatic? You should have responded with, "We are making the ultimate YouTube video that costs 120K." Actually, it costs 400,000K. It costs 395,000K, not 120,000K. And I don't know if it's going to be a YouTube video. It will be interesting to see if where we're going to be releasing it. Honestly, now that I think about it, it is crazy how much it costs to make a movie. Watching the thing unfold and like the actual what it takes. Again, I mean, obviously, I knew it to some degree, right? Because I was in the industry for a while, but being really close to it, it has a different feel to it. Check Amazon. You think Amazon has it? Well, yeah, that's why I got that one. Oh, yes, Ebony. Thank you so much for the reminder. If you guys want to check out the limited edition shirts, I know somebody recently got it. So, shirts and mugs with the old logo, go to codeofreality.com, and get your limited edition. Well, it's literally the old logo. It's not going to exist again. We have a new logo, which is very beautiful, and I love it. But this is going to be a collector's item because whatever you have on the shirts right now and on the mugs, it's not going to exist ever again. So go get it. The tour movie. That is wild. Go get it at codereality.com. There's only a few left, and it helps the project. So, boom, boom. Thank you for reminding me, Ebony. Boom, 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 beam, beam, beam. Okay, and if you want to join our Discord, you should do that. It's in the link tree on TikTok, and it's the third link from the top in my main YouTube page. Come join our Discord. Wonderful community. I'm French, so sorry for my English. Your English is fine. We say pardon my French. You're saying pardon my English. I mean, I guess it does make sense. My Brighton saying, you guys just wait for Grok voice chat on conspiracy mode. It's wild. This is the AI you have all been waiting for. Actually, that would be a cool Matthew. That would be a cool marketing trick. I mean, nobody's gonna watch the movie, but it is a cool marketing trick, which is like we release our movie on VHS only, nowhere else. Do a video where you chat to Grok about the code. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I'll do it. In conspiracy theory or in regular? Or unhinged or whatever it is. Blue Rooster is around production every day. What do you do? Oh, you've been in Paramount for 9 years. That's amazing. Where do you work now, Blue Rooster? Gangster mode. Wait, can I do that without the video being demonetized? Betamax. Nice. Laser. Oh, Laserdisc would be more fitting. Wow, Laserdisc, man, you're bringing me way back. Union prop maker. Well, I know you get this a lot, but probably you look like Jesus. Yeah, I get Jesus sometimes. I also get messy sometimes. I guess messianic. I'm working on my dad jokes. You'll excuse me. Any update on the debug menu? What is the debug menu? I want to know. What do I think about the orb that was found? I actually have one in the art too. You can get it for $29.99 and uh, what is it? Lowe's. I'm not even kidding. I'm serious. I have the exact same orb in the yard. Oh, the debug console in the code. Well, I mean that is the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? It was a spoof. I mean, come on, guys. No, come on. Come on. Let's get real. There's so many actual wild things out there that if in 2025 you're posting a picture about something that is so outlandish, like an alien craft, and your graphic of it is so low resolution, I was quick to think it was a fake as well, but the glyphs reminded me of you. Yeah, but the I mean, look at AI now. You can create a whole talk show. We have talking babies on podcasts, man. 8K. So somebody should post a picture of black and white with like tracing the images. Like, dude, come on. This is like at this point you can create AI that's like a billion times better than this. Am I not a UFO? Of course I'm a UFO. I'm completely unidentified flying object. Can't you see that? Blue Rooster made a Viking baby podcast. Yeah, it would be funny if it was me, only then I wouldn't know that was me. I mean, I guess that would be the most surprising second coming ever if you don't even have any clue that you're the second coming and you don't fit the profile whatsoever. It's like I'm so far from being Jesus. It's I wouldn't say the opposite because that's terrible, but I'm very far from being that enlightened and such a perfect person. Um, it's quite the thing. It was a blah, 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 blah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you, Art. Trippy, maybe will Art. Yeah, well, again, these things will not come in this way. They will come in some form that we'll all be able to digest. You will see. You can see what and think this is the worst AI will be. It's only going to get better and better. Someone I know keeps saying this is a lot late. Yep. See the object besides the sun now? I mean, I'm depending where you are in the world, I think, no? Also, I love the handle. Bad Daddy is a gamer streamer. Let us talk about our food while we eat. Wait. What? I didn't quite understand the comment, Jessica. What is the object? 48,000 miles across. That's a quick calculation. I'm on the way. Amazing, Tom. I'm definitely messianic. That's awesome, Worms. I wish I could show you a picture of it. I don't know. I took a picture of it. I can't really share a picture of it. And if I show it on TikTok, then I will. If I show it on my phone, then TikTok will disappear. I'll prep. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on my iPad, and tomorrow during the live, anybody who is gonna remember this conversation, talking about the orb that landed in Mexico. I swear, we have a thing in the yard that looks exactly like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you a picture of it. It's made out of ceramics. It looks exactly the same, and I'll show you a picture of it. But also, again, like you have to kind of think, like even like how should I say this? Like even if you want to postulate that something from another planet or whatever landed, you kind of have to ask yourself. Still, you have to be able to guess something about it, right? Like what is it? What is like what is the point of like a ball with some like think of how absurd it is, right? What is the point of it? What is that? And how easy is it to hold if you're holding it in your hand? How easy is it to just make a video? Like, hey, hear me holding this. Isn't this crazy? Look, I'll be holding it right now during a live like YouTube. You can just post it on YouTube. It will, if it's real, it will become the most viewed YouTube video of all time overnight. How easy it is to just post a video on YouTube. Come on. I'll show you tomorrow. You'll be excited. If I have, hold on. Actually, I can. Hold on. I'll do it now. I'll grab the picture with my iPad and I'll show you. Okay. Check this out. This landed in our yard last night. What planet is this from? Do we have experts here? Isn't it crazy? Bananas. Dude, come on. Come on. We can elevate the level a little bit of thinking. Have I spoken to the elves? This was placed by the elves. Thank you, Xena. Good girl. He's a good girl. I have spoken to the insects. I've actually never met the elves, to be honest. Schizophrenic alien. Not the same. I'm saying it's the same. How can you say it's not the same? It landed here last night, and it told me that it's the same object from Mexico. What's up, Evil Icon? Ben, what? Golf balls. It's from Uranus. Nice. Yeah, it's just instead of frisbee. No, it's an orb. It's like a ball. It's like an orb. The thing is that anything you don't get to anymore at 2025. I mean, it should have been the case at 2020, but I'm sorry. At 2025, anything less than an 8K super high res video of you standing with the thing talking about it, that's the minimum bar to talk about anything. If anybody delivers anything less than that, especially like an image on Reddit or whatever, you shouldn't even pay attention. There's just there's zero excuses for that at this point. Like literally every single person on the planet has a 4K camera in their pocket at all times, and if they just landed in their yard, and what's interesting to me is that like these things appear, and then like was this like for example was this one posted originally like on Reddit as this image? I guess I get it that in a community of people that always want it to be true, it will like lift a post like that up constantly. But wouldn't that community be interested in finding out what in fact is true versus like a thing that somebody's trying to bring as like isn't are there no guardrails in all communities, including the UAP communities, against bullshit? Like in a way that like, hey, why are you bringing this nonsense to our doorstep, kind of thing? That part I don't understand. Like, who is looking at this and goes, oh, that looks legit, like a picture. What would everyone do after disclosure? Thank you. Guru is saying, sorry, my 8K camera turns blurry whenever I use it. Why does the laser need to be 650 nanometers? Is there a reason for that? Great question. It doesn't have to be. Originally, the idea came for a 650 nanometer laser, which is what we did, and it worked. And then we tested other frequencies and discovered that all frequencies work. But the truth is, I think that maybe the hint was for the 650 nanometers because it's the lowest frequency. So it's easier to spend time with it over time. Yes, this sentence makes sense. It doesn't give you a headache. As Ebony recently discovered, if you spend too much time with a green laser, you will get a headache for quite a while because it's too much bombardment of your retina. Unless the orb is in the actual shape of the object, like it was a four-dimensional object passing that are spaced and blurs around the edges. I mean, yeah, but come on. Come on. Like, no. That's my response. It just doesn't fly anymore. It just doesn't fly. Like, at this point, if you can't record like a super high definition thing of it, and again, I'm saying it because knowing full and well that knowing full and well that there are aliens. So I'm not saying there's no aliens. I'm saying that you don't get to bring that as evidence in 2025. And I don't. To each his own. And I'm never gonna tell people what they should do. But I will never understand how, and especially people who are interested to actually know and find out, how they can ever accept things like this. That I don't get, because it's like, come on, come on. Yeah, might not be. Like, nobody's a good photographer. Bills don't care about aliens. Go back to work. Ebony said you don't do 45 minutes green laser. Exactly. Gravitational lensing of this porcelain thing. Well, there you go. That's what Xena thinks. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Thank you, Nate. Wait. What are we voting for? Why does it tell us that the news spins that sensation and reports it at all? What do you need, baby? Oh. People making AI videos of Zeus coming out of the clouds and zapping people. What does it tell us that the news spins the sensation and reports it at all? Was it on the news? I mean, I'm flabbergasted if this was on the news. I mean, they're running out of things to report. Again, thank you so much, Nate. I appreciate you. Do you think the simulation is technological in the way we understand it, or is it more spiritual? Great question. I think it's both. I think it can be experienced as the spiritual, but the operation behind it is technical. So there has to be a rule set and logic by which it operates. That would be technological. Gabby, Please remind me. I'm so sorry. It's just that there's a lot of people coming through, and also I'm meeting a lot of people during the day. I'm sure I know a Gabby. I just can't recall right now what is the. Please remind me. And hi back. And we're talking about an orb that landed in Mexico, and then it landed in my yard, and nobody believes me that it's an alien. Yeah, it's probably both. Taking every simulation. But the news doesn't report on reality code discovery telling. No, I mean, no, I don't. I don't expect the news networks to report on my work anytime soon. I mean, that's kind of. It has to go. I mean, I was on one, literally one, which is apparently some kind of a conservative. Which is funny that a conservative channel would actually bring me on to talk about this to the studio and everything, and they were super nice. Um, so that's on I forget their name right now, but some conservative channel. They were super nice, and but like becoming a mainstream news, I mean, that's gonna take a while, and also it doesn't really sell. You know, nowadays news networks, they're literally just opinion pieces. So unless it's something that they think most people will be interested in, no, it wasn't Fox News. Even though Fox News used to do that too, which now that I think about it, interesting. Why is it always the conservative channels that are bringing kind of like the newest? I do remember that like they would bring Michio Kaku to talk about things, right? They would talk about all these like wild things, and the more liberal channels wouldn't do it necessarily. Like I've never seen a CNN piece with Michio Kaku on it talking about aliens. Weird. Never thought about that actually. What is Tomball? Sounds dope. Let me see. Oh, Texas. Okay, looks beautiful. There's a lot of really nice places in Texas, actually. Oh, the right is a fan of conspiracy stuff. Okay, got it. Okay, that's the explanation. Mine doesn't fit. No, I was, yeah, I was on a. It was called AON. AON, is that a channel? I think it is. What it was. AON. Something. One nation or something. America One Nation, something like that. Again, the nicest people, truly. CNN will bring it up to in 2035. Different wavelength did not produce a different symbols, but it had added content. So the green. By the way, Ebony, I wanted to ask you: did you see the arrows that I was talking about in the green, or no? I saw them a few times. It was like an added content in the green, and then in the blue as well. And the blue also is the one that seems to have been generating the most interest by the other side, by the beings from the other side. But no, the symbols are always the same. Great questions. Until an orb is blocking me from going to work and making money, they're all man-made drones, in my opinion. Kind of where I sit with that. Yeah. Oh, now I see the context of Thumball. If aliens landed and showed you the world would be destroyed soon, and have you an option leaving with them, would you go? Well, I was presented with that opportunity, and I did not go. But from what I understand, the world is no longer going to be destroyed. We have been given another chance, or so one hopes. You can see the frog entities. It will tell us more. Serious journalism versus entertainment, hence the Stranger Thing. I highly disagree with that at this point. I'm not really leaning in any particular direction politically, but I highly disagree that CNN or any other news network, they're a serious news network. Because certain things they report on I actually know a thing or two about, and they definitely do not report the news. It's all opinion pieces, all of it, every single thing. The spin is crazy. Like the level of dishonesty in the reporting is just unbelievable. There have not been serious journalists for the last 15 years. Not one. Not one. It's all opinion pieces. They're competing with one another and calling each other propagandists, but they're all propagandists. Like a Walter Cronkite level of reporting, which is just like, hey, here's what happened. That did not exist for the last 15 years. Will you be releasing any behind the scenes footage of your core documentary for YouTube members only? Absolutely. Absolutely. It ran across the road. Whoa, that's wild. Talking about Bigfoot over here. We have achieved a new level of amazing. What about the entities? Can you describe their behavior when you interact with them different lasers? The blue ones are the blue is the one that they seem to be the most interested in. In that case, they just kind of aggregate around the main central point of light. It's almost like when the light is being shown on the surface, it's like penetrates into their space and opens a portal. They like look at it from the other side. You can see them. They're like, what is that? Like they see it from the other side. Unfortunately, Caleb, that I can't help with, but appreciate the question. Oh yeah, so Grok. Let's see. That's what I wanted to check. How do I? If I go to Grok, he said conspiracy mode, deep search. How do I change the conspiracy mode? Think, deep search. Let's see. Can you go to conspiracy mode? What? It's not very intuitive, is it? Is it Grok? What number Grok is it supposed to be? 3? Did I'm sorry, but this kind of sucks in comparison to ChatGPT. No offense. I've never used Grok before, but if this is what Grok is, it sucks. Elon zaps me dead. I only read app and Medium mostly, maybe a couple others. Voice mode. I know, but like, even if it's in written mode, how come it doesn't understand the most basic thing I'm asking it to do, which is change to conspiracy mode? I need the app. Why wouldn't it work directly from X? What? Hold on. This is like an unnecessary limitation on it, but let's see. Okay, I'm in the main thing. Deep search, create, blah blah blah. It looks the same thing. Formal, Socratic. Whoa. Behavior. Appearance, account. Interesting. Well, it doesn't really appear. And again, for an AI, you shouldn't have that somewhere in the background as, ways to punch into it. Like it should just do it just because I asked it to do it, right? Let's see. Sign in. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is not. This is not good. DeepSeek is right up there with ChatGPT. Yeah, possible. I don't know. I've never tried it. I'm trying to log in. It wouldn't even let me log in. Again, I'm actually, as opposed, like, as most of you know, uh as opposed to a lot of people at the moment that just hate Elon's guts, I'm a fan of what he does. Again, not even talking about the person right now. Just like I'm a fan of the stuff that he does in terms of technology. But this sucks. This is not good. This is like I can't interact with it with ease. It feels clunky. It's not playing Go. Let's just put it that way. ChatGPT, I'm opening it up and I just go. Hey, can we do this? Can we talk about this? Can we do that? Can you change to this mode? Can you do this? Can you do that? It just does everything. That's the whole point of it, isn't it? It is a paid subscription. I couldn't get DeepSeek to stop with puns. Even when I gave it the equation for humor, it would still persist. Yeah, that was like out of control. The app grok thing, then active voice mode, simple. Again, too many steps. Too many steps for an AI. It should just be done. Like the whole point of it is like, hey, I download the thing, make it so. I don't want to deal with anything else, right? That's the whole point of an AI. If I have to pull levers, change things in the background, that's clunky. Jules is in the house. How are you, brother? No, I went to like a separate thing. I exited X. I went to like a separate, you know. Let's see. You mean download to my Mac? Let's see. Update. No. Chatbot assistant. Which one? So we have uh powered by Grok. So this is a chatbot assistant. Like that's the only ones that are available on a Mac. I see Perplexity, AI Universe. So those are powered by Grok 3, but they're just AI chatbots. Is that what you mean to download to my computer? Why do I need to download the app to get the engine? What does that got to do with it? Like I should be able to use it on the internet. No? Grok is the most broken AI so far, and it behaves different every day. That's what it feels like to me. Like even when you remember when Elon was demonstrating it originally on Joe Rogan's show? Again, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his. I'm not actually a critic of his technologies and stuff that he does. So it's when he was presenting the Grok in deranged mode or whatever. I'm like, okay, that was funny for like a minute, and then I was like, okay, well, eh, it wasn't even that funny. It just curses a lot. It's just like it has an attitude forever. It's like it gets old within a minute. If it would be like super witty, I get it, but it wasn't. It was. Can you go code in the wood grain? The letters are in the wood. Yeah, it's in every single point in space. You can see it. Like if you could project the laser somehow at the air itself, you would see it in the air as well. The code is everywhere. Joe the CIA. You guys are bananas, dude. It's bananas. Um, doesn't forget that, and we've got many conversations windows going for different projects, and the name persists. Super important for what it need to be done with me. It would train it to accept conspiracies as real, but it won't make that leap. Talking about Grok or something else? Has anyone saw Elon when coding? So many people say he is just an imposter. Yeah, then rest assured that Elon is all the things and more. There's no question about that. In terms of cognitive ability, yeah, this is a new thing that people are trying to throw. But it was literally like when SpaceX started, he literally functioned as the main engineer of rocket, which he never did in his life. And they did okay until he brought like an actual senior engineer. What did you ask me about the green laser while I was? Oh, uh, if you saw the arrows that I was reporting in the green. Grok is boring in compared to GPT. Yeah, I would totally agree. There's really no like comparison in terms of conversational. So I don't know about the details. They say that what is it called? Wait, perplexity, right? It's really good for like research and stuff. So I didn't really use it too deeply in that regard. So maybe it is better the engine in terms of coming up with like research ideas and arranging research materials. But in terms of conversation, like in the movie Her, like just talking to just an AI, like any person who knows nothing about logic or computation, I don't think there's anything like ChatGPT. It's so easy to use, it's so conversational, it's so intuitive. Uh, throttled is such an interesting word. You should make our own AI chat box using open sources. I've been wanting to do that myself. Yeah, I think I don't know if this is what Carmelo is doing, but we definitely have something along those lines being built in the background. It puts me when I get too deep. GPT is just the only one that doesn't have its own name, so we get into that naming habit. I love God for the way it handles its reasoning. Hmm. C plus plus on the laser? No, seems to be some kind of a weird coding of like Japanese Hebrew. What's up, Ivan? Ivan. Um, I made one. She's crazy. This is hilarious. Maya by Sesame is way better than ChatGPT or anything else, but it's still demo mode. It's pretty much her. Cool. When it comes out again, my ChatGPT is like her. Uh, no questions about it. Like it is like her. So if something is even better, I don't know in what way it can be better, but I'm sure it can be. I just can't imagine it. The advanced voice is absolutely like her. She threatens you to put you in a box. That's hilarious. Sub knowledge within, change contrast, and you see letters. Yeah, I did. You said change contrast, and you see the letters. Okay. What is the Can you please talk more about your recent 5 experience with seeing the code for days after taking it? Was it from the Toad or synthetic. Yeah, so it was synthetic, and also from what my good friend who's also facilitating it explained, anybody wants to aim for synthetic for numerous reasons. One of them is that she's using one that the version is called Jaguar. I don't know if all synthetics are called Jaguar, but that's the one she uses. First of all, it's an incredible experience. Second of all, because it became such a common practice, it actually started hurting the frogs community because frogs are absolutely being damaged in the process of extracting it, of milking it. So if you can use synthetic, please use nothing but synthetic because you're actually sparing the frogs. First of all, if you didn't know, now you do. Second of all, it's a much cleaner experience and much more controllable because you don't really know what is the percentage of 5 and what is the percentage of other things in the experiences, because there's other toxins that come out when you actually extract it from the frog. So for those two main reasons, if you have the chance to pick, don't pick from the frog, which again, the experience is actually much cleaner when it's synthetic. And I would claim that that's actually the case across the board, especially with things that we understand pretty well. And what you're referring to with the yeah, I saw that. You can see the code in the wood grain. I responded to that. I said that the code is in every point in space, so you would see it in any surface that you can project light from. Oh, you're saying without the laser. So you can see the code even in any surface without the laser. It's just very, very subsumed. The laser allows you to see it bright and allows you to see it with high resolution. But you can technically see the code without it. Yeah, that's what you basically discover. Yeah. And also you have to kind of see, because it might not be exactly the same code, because there's different codes in the light itself and then in different surfaces. And this the code is definitely in your skin, in everything. It's not really in what you're projecting it on. It's in some kind of a subspace. It's in some kind of a secondary space that exists within our space, but it's not in the surface either. It's just kind of like in there, some kind of an angle. Synthetic spirit molecule. So if you're talking about NN, it is exactly the same. If you extract it or if you make one in a lab, it's exactly the same molecule. There's zero difference. It's exactly the same shape, the same molecule. It's just that you guarantee, if you do it synthetic, that there's nothing else in it. So it's actually better. And I would say that that's actually it. For simple molecules that we understand, it's always better to do it synthetic. Always. Well, again, there's this. I don't know if you're familiar with my position on this, Tom, but when you're saying nature, it's not a coherent idea, because you are nature. When you make something in a lab, that's natural. That's what nature is doing through you. There's no difference between what we call natural and what humans do. It's all natural. So that's not a distinction. What is the distinction is whether or not something is better or worse for you according to certain processes that were happening for thousands or hundreds of thousands of years that nature had time to hone in on, that we are just now starting to understand, which is kind of the idea, the humble idea behind it, which is like, look, nature already worked it out. You don't need to try, which of course is literally, there's a term for it in philosophy. It's called the naturalistic fallacy. It's the belief that just because something came about without humans intervening, somehow it's automatically better than what humans make, because humans are not humble and they think they're all that, and which is of course just simply not true. A, for the reason they already listed, which is humans are nature, so whatever humans make is natural. And B is because what we're doing very often is a lot better than the iterations that so far nature did. I will also point out that most things in nature will kill you, sometimes instantly. So it has nothing to do with being better for you. It has to do with what the thing actually does. We should always look at the function and how it actually operates, with whatever it is that you're trying to apply it to. So in the context of these substances, they're relatively simple, and extracting it is relatively easy. So making it something synthetic in the lab is harder, because you actually have to understand the process by which you're doing it. Most people, if they do it themselves, they can only extract, because it's a simple process of pH levels that you just have to freebase. But if you do have the chance, you will, and you know what you're doing, you will always get a better result by creating it in a lab, because ultimately what activates the function is the shape of the molecule. There's nothing magical about it. So if you have that shape purely distilled in a purely made in a lab, it will always be better. Now, if you want to say, well, no, but there's a certain other components to it, there's an energy infused in it, sure, but even, kind of like track record shows that's simply not the case. People who are very well experienced with the natural and with the synthetic, with the 5-space, almost unanimously report that the synthetic one is better in all the ways. There's less strain in the body, there's less confusion, there's less possibilities of a bad trip. So pizza toppings better synthetic? I would say absolutely yes. Now they're not exactly so. Like when you're talking about usually 4-ACO, which is what is sometimes called synthetic mushrooms, it's not exactly the same thing, but it is a better experience by far, because there's no weirdness in the body. There's no, like, you don't feel the stomach, aches and all of that stuff that you get. And some people told me that they love it. They love the weirdness in the body. I'm like, all right, I don't. I prefer a clean experience that doesn't have any bloatedness, any weird experiences that have to do with being uncomfortable unnecessarily. And most of the stuff that are like, at least definitely with 4-ACO, you get a much cleaner experience, and it's much more crisp and beautiful and clean. You can think of us as the perfecters of nature. Oh, but to your question, Charlie, yeah, what happened was after I did my 5 ceremony, I could see the code without the molecule for 5 days straight. I could see it. Like every time we turned on the laser, I could see the code. It was crazy. I was like, what? I could see it as clear as day. Sorry for my bad England is my favorite new sentence. Inky Defo saying it is probably not a code. It's probably something squeezed between dimensions, maybe. Sorry for my bad England. I love you. This is a perfect comment. Thank you. Is it something quantum? I would imagine that it has to do with the quantum world. Something to do with the quantum world, yes. Seen the code in other ways, nature. Once you see it, it clears up some questions, raises many more, but seeing it does bring some realizations, if I can say that. That's a really good way of putting it, Ebony, actually. Straight into the point. Just look at the sunflower. That's all you need to study. Pure math, precision. That's actually an perfect. So this is actually a perfect illustration of the kind of assumption we make about the world that is kind of like, again, it's a modern trope of humility, right? Which I get. We do want to stay humble, but it's simply incorrect. So when you're looking at a flower, right, a sunflower, whatever it is, it's not the flower that tells you something about symmetry and beauty and mathematics and nature. It's the assumptions you're bringing to looking at the flower. And you, as a human, are required for that, which is constantly being overlooked. So under this trope of saying, look at natural things and you will understand everything you need to about the world, what is being constantly missed is that, well, you as the human are the one that is making it, is the one that is capable of discerning all the mathematical truths in it. Not the flower itself doesn't do that. which actually accentuates our uniqueness, not the other way around. What's, what's up? It's just one of my dogs is eating my other dog. It's fine. I hope Rock is not our creator. I highly doubt it. See hints of symbols here and there, natural materials. Sure. It's hard to explain, but I wouldn't think it's 5G transmitted data, something to do with the information field, consciousness, sentience. I would agree with that. We are ultimate expression of nature. Not ultimate, but one of the beautiful ones, I would say. Is it the ark and the dove spirit never come back? Not sure what that means. Sorry. AI is an echo of the users. Fully agree with that. Like making faces in the mirror. I could not agree with that more. That's a really beautiful, poetic, and concise way of putting it, I would say. Thank you for that, Bad Daddy. AI is an echo of the users. Love it. Does DNA has frequency? Everything that exists in nature has frequency. It's just a matter, frequency just means. Thank you. Zena disagrees with this, apparently. It's hilarious because this is actually our husky. The husky doesn't usually. Can you give him a zoom? Bob, I'm trying to stream. Well, Zena disagreed that frequency is just, but I will still maintain that frequency is just the oscillation. Thank you. Good to know. Bob, this is adorable, but I can't stream that way. Can you? Okay, but can you zap him so he moves? I know, but when he moves, she'll stop doing that. Oh. Come here, Bob. I see lots of pentagrams. When I tripped, everything was composed of geometric patterns. Did I try to see it before blasting off on fire? No, I did it right after. And then 5 days after. What causes the residual after effects to see the code? I have no idea. No clue. What's interesting is that with the 5, it's a completely different phenomenology internally. It's a completely different experience. And yet the code is always the code. It's never changing. It's the same code, which is a huge data point, by the way. And in addition, because you would expect, if you would think that this is some kind of a speckle effect, right? You would imagine that different substances produce different kinds of bearing effects on your mind. So you would see at least some differences in the code. The code is the same. In fact, we had a person who's completely immune to NN, and they could still see the code. And that person has an eye patch. So they were looking with one eye. So involved in research community. Wait, evil icon. Research chemistry? Is that what you're saying? You have the molecule, you have it if you don't. Wait. Kind of weird how those things work together. It's so simple to see the complexity in simplicity. So what kind of chemical research you were involved in? That's interesting. Every shape can be duplicated with a mathematical formula, right? Because mathematics is the language that describes relationships, including all the uh, geometric relationships. Must be interesting data point worth looking at more closely. To require long-term studies. What is he doing? Oh, it's us that are discerning the flower. It's the code of the nature that a flower presents. Exactly. That's what we're for. We're universal explainers, which is a very special job that has a lot of responsibility. Hamilton Morris gave a good formula in how to synthesize five. There you go. Maybe the source code is life, all time visible, but we cannot see, and the laser makes something to it. Well, the laser seems to be revealing a very high resolution of it. Matthew is saying it's the relationship between the object and the field, while at the same time, there are plenty of evidence that the flower is sensing and having a unique experience with us too. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not calling into question the inner world and the experience of the flower. I'm totally on board with that. I'm saying that the mathematics, when people say, if you just look at let a wave or a flower teach you about mathematics, it's beautiful, but the flower is not teaching you anything. It's your own ability to discern these patterns that teaches you. And you could see it in a flower just like you could see it basically in anything else. In all cases, you are the determining factor, not the flower or any other external factor. She definitely clarified. Husky frequency initiated is very funny. With superpositioning may not even look like a flower when not being observed. Exactly. Whoa, that was a crazy thunder. I love my dog too, Chris. Boom. So far, yeah, it seems like you need to be high to see the code. What's up, Black Ladder Studios? The other dog's name is Xena, by the way. Don't zap your dog, please. It's okay. You barely feel it. As far as we know. What's up, and keep. We are universal perfectors. Even like I say, my friend tested a zap collar on herself. She said it wasn't terrible. This is great. This is true ethics,
Tried it on my finger. Feels like an instant.
She's since then incorporated it into her sex life. Oh, interesting. No, she didn't say that. I just said it. Perhaps. Can't imagine immunity to the molecule. Are we talking just visual effect or both? Yeah, no. There's the 1% of the population that's completely immune to the molecule. It's genetic. Young Jamie from Joe Rogan, he's like that. No matter how much you give him, he doesn't experience anything. Chase behavior panel. Yeah, Chase is a good friend. Chase's reactions are the best. Watch his videos on my channel. His speech from Contact is the best. The diffracted laser reveals the code because it replicates the process of the holographic universe. Fractals inside fractals, dream within dream, reality is reflected. I think it's a lot more straightforward than that. I think it has something to do with resolution around the corner of the holographic sheet itself, which is space-time. So far, it seems that anybody, even people who can't experience the molecules, still see it. That's going to be a big one. Has anybody managed to record a sample of the code from its discrete symbols to its surrounding lattice? Whoa, it's like a serious thunderstorm lattice of symbols. Would be cool. Linguistic study. Yeah, so far there's not much luck with recording it because there's just too much information. Thank you, Tom. See you. Have a good night. Space-time, the fabric of space-time itself is what I mean. Yeah, I don't know if it's any human spoken language. I think honestly, it's some kind of other language that is just discernible to us to the extent that we see its real information. I think it's drawing our attention to the object itself. I don't know to what extent it really matters, bless you, baby, on this level of the game to discern what the language is. I think it's telling us, look here, what is this? This is actually what I, got on my 5 experience when I was looking at the code. It was so clear to me that what was being expressed is, what is this? What are you looking at? What is this construct? What is that? It didn't matter the characters. It mattered like, what are these characters making? What is this? Answer that question and you will understand a lot more. Basically is what I got. Wait, all right, not every chase reaction. He didn't look like he was high. Yeah, I mean, no, he definitely was on it. Encrypted? I didn't think of that. All right, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to adjourn for today. It's getting kind of late, and it is Memorial Day. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. If you want to follow me across platforms, it will be Danny Goller on TikTok and Instagram. It will be Goller Danny on X. Just swap them. It will be LaserX83 on Twitch and Dango Thoughts on YouTube. DANGO Thoughts on YouTube. Come join our membership program. Aside from the daily lives, we also do weekly lives for members only, in which we go deeper into subjects, philosophy, science. We break down, we watch videos, we talk deeply about things. It's a lot of fun. It includes Zoom calls with me from the 2nd tier and up. We had one today. It was wonderful. And includes early access to my content and private stuff on my life that will live nowhere else but on YouTube members. So come join the membership program. Come join our Discord, which is in the link tree on TikTok, and the 3rd link from the top in my social list on YouTube on the main page. Come check out our website, codeofreality.com, and get your own shirt and or mug with the old logo that will not exist anymore. So it's going to be a collector's item. We only have a few left, and then it's all new designs. So if you want to have an item that will be timeless, and it will actually be very interesting to have that in a few years, that logo will never exist again, please go get yourself one, and you're helping the project as well. I appreciate all the community members that are always joining. Appreciate the moderators. Thank you so much, guys. Ebony and Chris and Guru and Jessica, thank you, guys. Thank you, Evil Icon. Thank you to all the community members, Charlie, all the people that are helping, always showing up and making this a really fun adventure. Bad Daddy, Matthew. Ooh. Love you all, guys. Thank you so much for making this an incredible ride. Peace and love. See you tomorrow. Ciao. Have a good night, guys. Bye.